Sometimes you have to jump without the parachute. It's just that simple. Sometimes you have to jump without a parachute. You're watching Hood Parents, and I'm your host, Yasheka Foster. If this is your first time here, be sure to like and subscribe and turn on your notifications so when I go live or drop a video, you'll be the first to know. Today's message is for the children, FTC, for the children. And y'all know I'm talking about the young adults, right? 18 and over. Sometimes you have to jump without a parachute. You do. Sometimes you have to just jump and hope that somewhere as you're jumping and you're going down and you're falling, that at the bottom there's a net. But here's the thing about the net. You may not always see it. It may not always be visible. Matter of fact, you might be afraid to jump because you don't see the net. And you're like, hold up, I don't feel no safety, no security. I don't have no parachute strapped on my back. I'm not about to just take a leap of faith and jump. But sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to jump without a parachute. And for those of you who I say, have parents like myself who are from the hood that understands, here's where I think a lot of y'all go wrong, right? You have these ideas that are not solid. Because see, here's my thing. Like I tell my children, I'm going to always be your number one supporter. You come to me with a plan, a solid plan, not no BS plan, but a solid plan. I'm going to help you through it, right? Now, my help may not look like you want my help to look, right? Because I can see that there's some things that you need to tweak. So I'm not willing to really invest, whether it be financially or mentally or emotional, because I know that your plan has some tweaking to do. So let me explain to you what I'm saying. If you come to me and you say, well, I want to join the military, I'm going to go ahead and join the military. You know, a parent that has a child that tells them that will be like, you know what? Good. That's a good thing. Like, you know what? Good. When you going to go? I'm about to start making them happen right now, right? Now, you understand some things about the military. You may or you may not, but hey, about 30 days, you can go ahead and do this, right? I know because I've seen people, I know people, I heard about people. I am that person, whatever. But then every day you start smelling them coming to the house before they even enter the door. And you're like, well, hold up. Even if I don't know nothing about the military, if I never served, or if I served, or if I know people that served, I know that you can't be trying to get in the military. When you go to recruiters, I can smell you before I see you, and you know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? You know what I'm talking about. Okay? Now, I understand, right, from a parent like that, if a parent deals with something like that they have these cleaning systems that a person can get clean and it flushes out their system. That's all fan and dandy. But we see that you're bullcrapping. You bullcrapping, you're not for real. You don't have a solid plan, right? So what I'm saying to you is that sometimes in order to get it right, you got to just jump. You gotta just jump. So if this is your story, so if you are a person that want to join the military and you keep doing certain things and you tell it to a parent like myself, right? And this is an example. We already know that you're not for real. So because we know you're not for real, we can't support that. Why? Because you still bullcrapping around, which means that we know you're still afraid. So if you're still afraid, it's because you don't see the safety net at the bottom. Because you're waiting on the parachute to be on your back and strapped up, and then that way, and then you got to back up in case. That ain't how life goes. Life is not like that. Sometimes you have to, as a matter of fact, I'm going to take out the word sometimes. 99.9% of the time, you have to jump without a parachute and hope that you have a safety net at the bottom. And if you have parents like myself, you have a safety net at the bottom. But we need to know that You can do this. You can do this without us. You can be okay. You are able to use those skills that we've given you, right? We didn't give you everything you need. Some of these things you're going to have to get on your own because you can't get everything you need from one person. No matter what you do as a human, if I am like me as a mother and me using my kids, for example, I pass half of my traits down to my kids. The other half they get from their fathers, right? Now, here's the thing: there's going to be certain things that looks more evident than other things, or more obvious than other things, right? Like the hair color, or the eye color, or the texture, or the complexion, or things like that. Some things are going to be more evident than others. Like you'll be able to see it from the beginning, right? But then some things come along later on. You start seeing these traits that were passed on. But just as I've said before, these traits are not just passed on from your generation. Sometimes these traits are passed on from 4, 5, 6, 7 generations ago, right? We don't get to decide what's passed down. So many things are passed down, right? So these children, or shall I say the kids, or the generations that I understand that needs this, right? And this is for the children. All I'm saying to you is, when you look at the bigger picture, we're trying to give you everything you need, right? But you yourself have to be willing to just jump, right? And use us for what we're for. Use us for those, okay, wait a minute, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Because there is a very thin line between helping somebody and enabling someone, right? Very thin line. And as parents, we want to make sure that we don't do that. We don't want to enable you. Why? Because we've done this crap before, right? We've seen it before. And what I mean by done it before is, even if it wasn't us, we've seen it, whether it's in our family, a distant cousin, or whatever. We've seen it. What enabling and making excuses, and you know what, they'll grow out of it, and blah, blah, all this bull crap, all this trauma that we pass down. And I don't know if it's trauma, to be honest with you, because I'm trying to understand some of this stuff might just be part of human nature. Some things might just be part of human nature. It ain't necessarily trauma, but we got to figure out what part of it we want to carry and what part of it we don't. And when we're trying to carry so many different components of it, we lose sight of the goal. We lose sight of what we're doing. We lose sight of everything. So at the end of the day, listen, you got to just take a jump. You got to just jump and get out there. But when you want to if you come to us with a plan, we're going to help you out. But you can't come with us half-stepping. You can't tell us you want to join the military, but yet every day you smell like you sniffed one, right? Because I hear about this stuff. I hear about this. It doesn't calculate with us, because now we know you bull crapping. Or if you're telling us, hey, you want to start a business, or hey, you want to go into a rap career, or whatever you want to do. You want to play sports, but yet only time you doggone practice is when you practice with the doggone team. You don't do no extra practicing on weekends. You don't even get up to 12 o'clock in the evening time, or after 12 o'clock in the afternoon. You doggone don't do no laps. You don't do no extra drills, but yet you want to be a professional ball player. Y'all know that ain't how that work. I don't know nothing about sports. Listen, I only know the basics about sports, okay? I was a football mom. Both of my boys played football. Now I got a dance girl, so I guess I'm being a cheerleader world. So I had to learn enough about football that, about the downs, and you only got so many downs and the quarters. And I had to understand enough about it so that I could talk my trash on the sideline, right? I had to learn enough about it, right? I had to learn enough about football so I could talk my trash on the sideline. That was it. That was all, right? That was it. That was all. But I had to navigate those spaces, right? I had to make sure that I knew a little bit about everything, right? I don't remember where I'm going with this, but I'm sure I'll come back around to the circle with it. So at the end of the day, for us as parents, that's all we want. We want y'all to just go out here, take a chance. We're going to support y'all. But you can't be telling us no bull crap and then expecting us to believe it when we know y'all not for real. And that's what I was going with it. You can't tell us that you want to be a professional ball player, but yet you don't go to practice you don't practice except when you at practice. That ain't how that works. I didn't listen to Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan them, right? I didn't listen to all of them talk about how they had to eat and sleep and dream and everything their sport. They had, when all the kids was doing whatever, they had to be at practice, or they had to do this or do that. Like I heard a little bit about it. So I know that if you play Nintendo or PlayStation all day, and you don't even get out of bed at 12 to 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and only time you practice football is when you at practice with your team, you're not making it to the NFL. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You're not making it to the NFL. What we talking about? Mm-hmm. What we talking about? What we talking about? You're not making it to the NFL, the NBA, nothing. Okay, now you can be, now what you need to do, if you're really good at it and you know a little bit about the field, you know a little bit about PlayStation, make some YouTube videos. Make some YouTube videos. Or better yet, start a podcast where you're talking about, you're like a sportscaster for the football game. Like if you like the sport, use it to your advantage. But as far as going to the league, no, you're not gonna do that. You're not doing it. You're not doing it. You're not doing it. I'm telling you right now, you're not doing it. Because I heard Kobe them. I heard LeBron them. I heard Michael them. I heard them say, I heard Larry Bird. I heard doggone Isaiah Thomas, right? Because I'm old school. I heard all them guys, right? I'm Detroit. I heard all them guys. And I know that they did this all the time in order to get to the league. They wasn't playing no PlayStation. They wasn't playing no Atari or Nintendo, whatever it was back then, or Sega Genesis. But y'all think y'all can do a little bit of work and get maximum impact. That's not how this works. You can't do a little bit of work and get maximum impact. So if you want it, take the jump. If you want it, jump. Just jump. We'll help y'all. But you better not come with us with no bull crap. That's all I'm saying. Have a plan. And listen, be ready to take all of our crap. In other words, we're going to have, listen, what about this? We got questions. We listen. Because why? Because we've seen it before. Give us credit for being here for a lot longer than you. My mama told me a quote today, and I heard it. And you know what? I was like, you know what? I like that quote. And what she simply said is, this is what kids need to understand. Your parents know what it's like to live without you, but you don't know what it's like to live without your parents. So stop it. Stop it. Again, your parents know what it's like to live without you. You don't know what it's like to live without your parents. So stop it like you got all the answers. So stop it like you this and that and you third. Listen to what some of us are saying. I'm not saying, some of us have messed up ways on how we deliver messages. I get that. I get that. Don't be disrespectful. Take what you can take from the message and move on. Right? You may not even need it right now. You might need it later on. If somebody tell you, you up here doing this and doing that, that don't even look like, what they trying to tell you is that, hey, you better than that. You don't need to be doing that. They don't know how to use those words. They don't. So when they talk about you, what they're telling you is you better than that. You don't need to be doing this stuff down here. That's what y'all need to understand. Right? But y'all take it like we trying to doggone just bring you down. No, we know you better than that. We want you to be better than where you are. And here's the thing, everybody's better look different. Everybody's better look different. To Blue Ivy, hey, listen, okay? She might have to be the first female president in order to top her parents. I'm just saying. Her better looks different. Okay? For the rest of us, I mean, we could do that, but that ain't really our goal. Like, we still got some stuff we trying to figure out, right? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, the goals look different. Everybody's goal look different. Everybody's better than look different. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Don't worry about what they're doing. Don't tell me about what nobody else's parents is doing. Don't tell me, because they haven't walked in my shoes, whatever my shoes is. Everybody's stories are different. Everybody's life path is different. We get it, y'all. We get it. It's scary. It's real scary. It's real scary. Every day, I think that I'm scared of something in life. And I'm 50 years old. Every day. Because I've never felt what it feels like to be safe and secure. I don't. I was raised without a father. I had a teenager as a mother. So I don't know what it's like to be secure and safe, right? And it's okay, because some of us, listen, we don't all get to start off at the same place in life. So we're going to do a lot of this stuff in life where we're going to be afraid while we do it. But you have to jump, even when there's no parachute. You have to. You don't have a choice. If you've stayed this long, I appreciate you. You are watching Hood Parenting, and I'm your host, Yasheka Foster. Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe, and turn on your notifications so when I post another video, you'll know I've done so. Talk to you later in the next video. Bye.